I was sitting around with my brother and we were talking about how everyone else we went to school with fucked up. We sat there and thought, well, let's think of all the people whose names we can remember from school. I'm sure some of them are successful. So we started looking people up on Instagram because Instagram's a fantastic way to see if somebody's actually living a good life. So we started typing in people's names into Instagram and I realized something. None of them have Instagram. Nobody has Instagram. My age. I'm 35. And the reason they don't have Instagram is because they haven't got anything to show off. Another thing I noticed when I started looking up the chicks that I remember from school, the hot ones, none of them have Instagram. They're all old now. So it's interesting. I don't know what my exact point is, but there's this strange age, and I think mine's the exact age, where people like 32 to 32 up, unless they have a good life, they don't have Insta.
Yeah, I wanted to take this video to talk about like the age pill. I think Tate's talking about something that's pretty interesting and has like a lot of nuance. Now, there's like a lot of perspectives on this. Like blue pillars will say that, oh, like age doesn't matter, like doesn't matter if you're fat, doesn't matter if you're poor, doesn't matter if you're like broke, as long as you're having fun, etc. Like, oh, just be yourself. Like, oh, you should have kids by 30. And then the red pillars will say the exact opposite. Like, oh, you should do absolutely nothing in your 20s but grind and just like hit the gym, hit the business. And then men peak at age 37. Oh, you're age 35 right now, and so like don't worry. Men will still peak at age 45. Like men have the highest like number of dating app matches at age 54 or some shit like that. The red pill will cope that way. I think the black pill, the black pill doesn't really have a united stance on this. So I'll just say like my stance. I think you should like focus on looks to ascend like as soon as possible, because you don't want to fall behind your peers in social skills and maturity. Like if you can't get girls, like it's gonna be even harder and harder to get girls after university. So you have to like improve your looks. And I do agree that gym is very important for looks, but don't do it like the Richard Cooper way, where you sit like some 25% Polish truck driver max bald guy. And that's for people who are naturally balding. Like they'll even suggest people who aren't balding to shave their head, because it's like men peak at age 37, and so you should like not have hair, because that'll get you women at age 25, and you should be like spending the next 10 years grinding so you can peak at 37. So they'll tell you to shave your head for that reason. So I really don't want you to do that, but focus on your hair, focus on gym, get some quick surgeries, like, especially if you can quickly fix some failures with like a nose job, rhinoplasty, or like some quick implants or fillers. Definitely take those. Ascend, get some girls, get some social experience. And also focus on money. But remember, like, you can build money at age 30. It's totally fine. Most people actually end up like getting money around age 30, because for blue pillars, they usually have like an oofy doofy relationship or marriage around then, kids. So that like naturally propels them to start making money. And so like you won't actually lose out too much on like social skills if you aren't like rich at age 25 and you don't even like start grinding until age 30. As long as you're making like a decent amount by age 25, like you have social skills, you have friends, you have women. And then now to talk about like what Tate's saying in the video, like do people like degrade by the age of 32? I think it's interesting. Red pillars will talk about the wall all the time, like, oh yeah, you see all these women like age 21, like partying, hoeing around, drinking all day. Yeah, they're all gonna become fat. They're all gonna like become losers. They're gonna get pregnant. Like they're gonna hate their life. They're gonna become single moms. And obviously, like some women do, but according to juggernaut theory, like even straight up like 2s and 3 out of 10s will have like 99 matches on Tinder, and like these will be authentic matches, like of normies that are dumpster diving because pussy is hyperinflated so much. So like I don't know how you can cope with the fact that oh, look at these women who are degrading, they're hitting the wall, when like juggernaut theory exists. Like you have literal grandmas like getting matches. Like, the grandma pill is too brutal. That was like one of the big black pills that like shatter the red pill copes completely. They have no argument against the grandma pill. Yeah, but then like I don't think women really like get much uglier. Like even at age 30, like unless they really let themselves go. Like if they just stay slim, like they won't even hit the wall. Like they're still, maybe they won't get Chad, but they're still getting Chad lights. They're definitely getting high tier normies. Like rich guys will definitely date like, a 5 out of 10 girl who's like, around 25% body fat, like okay-ish shape. Like just like they're good at makeup. They're pretty good at skincare. Women tend to be good about that always, even if they're getting fat. They're horrible at managing their diet, but they're good at everything else. Like they're good at fashion too. So they're not hitting the wall anytime soon. Like you have these, 50-year-old millionaires. Like they think they've hit the peak because they've got this 30-year-old woman who's still hot, to be fair. But then, I mean, she's probably has a triple-digit body count by then. And then, the red pill cobras will say, oh, they've peaked because they finally they made it at age 50 doing this. That's pretty sad. But I mean, Tate himself, like, proves that, as long as you super, super succeed with money and, like, you have decent enough looks, and I would rate Tate like a 4 out of 10, but with his physique, his height, being a mulatto, and like being famous. Like I think he has an SMV of like 7 out of 10. The money itself brings it to like a 9. So maybe he's like a 6 out of 10. But then with the money and status, he's like a 9 out of 10 or something like that. I look at a woman like I'm sure like they legit like him because his status is just that high.